In this video, we're going to dive into the importance of having a frugal mindset and how it can lead to financial stability and freedom. But before we get started, let's be real for a moment. Being frugal doesn't mean living a boring, deprived life. It's about being smart with your money and making conscious choices on where to spend it. Are you ready to take the first step towards financial freedom? Let's get started. Understanding the frugal mindset. When it comes to our finances, we often hear the terms frugal and cheap thrown around interchangeably. But they are not the same thing. Being frugal is about being smart with your money and making conscious choices on where to spend it. It's about finding the balance between saving for your future and enjoying the present. On the other hand, being cheap is about being stingy and unwilling to spend money on anything, including things you truly value. A cheap person would rather hoard money than spend it on experiences and things that bring them joy. Adopting a frugal mindset can lead to a number of benefits, including financial stability and freedom. By being mindful of your spending and constantly looking for ways to save, you'll be able to build an emergency fund, invest for your future, and still have enough to enjoy the present. Imagine being debt-free, having enough savings to cover unexpected expenses, and having the freedom to choose when and where you want to work. That's the power of frugality. But don't just take our word for it. Why not start small by tracking your expenses for a week and see where you can cut back? You might be surprised at how much you're spending on unnecessary things. Trust us, it's a game changer. So let's start embracing a frugal mindset and start taking control of our finances today. Assessing your current spending habits. All right, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of our spending habits. The first step in changing your spending habits is understanding where your money is currently going. And let's be honest, sometimes it can be a little scary to take a deep dive into our expenses. But trust us, it's worth it. One way to get a better understanding of your spending habits is to track your expenses for a week. Write down everything you spend money on, from your morning coffee to your monthly subscription services. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going. Once you have a good understanding of your expenses, it's time to set a budget. A budget is a financial plan that helps you manage your money and prioritize your spending. It's a great tool to help you stay on track and reach your financial goals. But budgeting doesn't have to be complicated. There are plenty of apps and online tools that can make it easy to track your expenses and set a budget. And if you prefer a more low-touch approach, a simple spreadsheet can work just as well. So grab a pen and paper or your favorite budgeting app and let's start taking control of our spending habits. Remember, the key to a successful budget is being realistic and flexible. There will be times when you overspend or unexpected expenses pop up. The important thing is to adjust and keep moving forward, making changes to your spending habits. Now that you have a better understanding of your current spending habits and have set a budget, it's time to start making changes. But where do you start? One of the most effective ways to cut expenses is to shop for deals. Whether it's using coupons, shopping at discount stores, or waiting for sales, a little bit of effort can lead to big savings. Another way to cut expenses is by cutting back on unnecessary subscriptions or memberships. Take a look at your monthly bills and see if there are any services you're not using or can do without. Every little bit adds up. Another easy way to save money is by cooking at home instead of eating out. Preparing your own meals not only saves money, but it's also healthier. Consider meal planning, making a grocery list and sticking to it, and even trying out new recipes at home. But saving money isn't the only thing that matters. Setting financial goals and creating a plan to reach them is equally important. Whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund, setting goals will give you something to work towards. Making changes to your spending habits is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process. It takes time, effort, and a little bit of patience. But with a little bit of determination and the right mindset, you can achieve your financial goals and take control of your money. Sticking to your new habits. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. Making changes to our spending habits is one thing, but sticking to them is another. It's easy to start off strong, but it can be difficult to maintain the momentum. But don't worry, we've got you covered. One of the best ways to stay motivated is to track your progress. Seeing the progress you're making, whether it's through a budgeting app or a spreadsheet, will give you a sense of accomplishment and keep you motivated. Another way to stay accountable is by sharing your goals with a friend or family member. Having someone else to hold you accountable can be a great motivator. And if you're feeling extra motivated, you can even consider starting a savings challenge with them. It's also important to maintain a positive attitude and be flexible when faced with challenges. There will be times when you overspend or unexpected expenses pop up. The important thing is to adjust and keep moving forward. Finally, remember to enjoy the journey. Changing your spending habits is not a punishment, it's a path to financial freedom. So reward yourself when you reach your milestones and don't be too hard on yourself if you slip up. Sticking to your new habits takes time, effort, and a little bit of patience. But with the right mindset, you can achieve your financial goals and take control of your money. So, let's keep pushing forward and make our new habits stick for good. Building an emergency fund. We've all heard the saying, expect the best, but prepare for the worst. And that's exactly what an emergency fund is for. It's a savings account set aside specifically for unexpected expenses such as a car repair, medical emergency, or job loss. An emergency fund is a crucial component of a sound financial plan. It provides a safety net and peace of mind knowing that you have a cushion to fall back on during tough times. Without an emergency fund, unexpected expenses can quickly spiral into debt. So, how do you start building an emergency fund? The best way is to set aside a small amount of money from each paycheck. Even small contributions can add up over time. You can also look for ways to earn extra money, such as taking on a side gig or selling items you no longer need. Another tip to help you build an emergency fund is to make it automatic. You can set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. This way, you won't even have to think about it and the money will be set aside before you even have a chance to spend it. Building an emergency fund takes time and patience, but it's worth it. With an emergency fund in place, you'll be better prepared for unexpected expenses and have peace of mind knowing that you're protected. Investing for the future. Saving for the future is important, but saving alone may not be enough to reach your long-term financial goals. That's where investing comes in. Investing is the process of putting your money into assets that have the potential to grow in value over time. Investing can be a powerful tool to help you achieve your financial goals, such as buying a house, saving for retirement, or building wealth. But where do you start? The first step is to understand your risk tolerance. How much risk are you comfortable taking on? This will help you determine what type of investments are right for you. Another tip is to start small. You don't have to have a lot of money to start investing. Even small amounts can add up over time. And if you're new to investing, consider a low-cost index fund, which is a type of mutual fund that tracks a market index. It's also important to diversify your investments. Diversification means spreading your money across different types of investments to reduce risk. This way, if one investment performs poorly, the others may still be doing well. Investing for the future takes time and effort, but it's worth it. With a little bit of patience and a solid investment strategy, you can achieve your financial goals and secure a comfortable future. Frugal Living vs. Extreme Frugality. Frugal living and extreme frugality are often used interchangeably, but they are not the same thing. Frugal living is about being smart with your money and making conscious choices on where to spend it. It's about finding the balance between saving for your future and enjoying the present. On the other hand, extreme frugality is about being excessively thrifty and unwilling to spend money on anything, including things that bring you joy and are important to you. It's about being so focused on saving money that it becomes detrimental to your overall well-being.